socialism. Not socialism.
Every word of that
fascism
was just lit to me.
So
every single syllable was just
I went north and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there were legit 5 jokes running through
Imagine right down where you come from. Big Ugly. Yeah, that checks out. That ain't surprising at all.
Big Ugly West
Just look at
Virginia.
your ID. Are you the mayor?
Cause like even like out of context, it's just like Big Ugly West Virginia. It's like, hey, our state isn't that bad. It's like, no, I'm just saying a city. It's a place that exists.
Big Ugly, comma, West Virginia. Oh, I would hate it.
Oh, legitimately.
Imagine you're a basketball star hailing from Big Ugly, West Virginia.
Nintendo absolutely knows about the internet Triton because like a couple months after the Bowsette thing happened, they changed the crown's description. It was just like, only Toadette can wear this crown. So it's just like, kill that noise. Martin Luther King Jr. earned a C in his public speaking class during his 2 semesters in seminary school.
Who is that teacher?
Who's the dude?
Okay, is it a white teacher? And is that the reason why?
Let me see.
Who was the dude that... Because you know you gotta wake up one day and just 20 years later.
That mom changed everything.
And I gave him a motherfucking C.
He wrote the I Have a Dream speech in school. He's just like, why are you writing about dreams? Dreams are for children.
You'll never make it, Martin. This is trash.
Or does the dude wake up like, yeah, my C incentivized him to get better?
Y'all know I was his teacher.
Yeah.
And I told him that I was pushing him to do better.
Apply yourself.
Oh my goodness.
You can go one or two ways with that way. Either A, I'm a fraud, or B, I'm inspiring people so hard that I inspired the civil rights movement. Just through my teaching.
It's just some like physicist teacher in like the 30s is like, oh man, look, I'm looking through all these old papers that I got, physics papers. Look at this D- I gave to this kid named Albert Einstein.
Oh, no, surely that can't be the same one.
Dude, imagine Stephen King in a creative writing class. Like, C minus, sir. Your adjectives, I don't know what you're doing. A dog with rabies, what's up?
In Tupac in math class, the teacher just comes up, Tupac, what I tell you about writing raps in class?
You're not gonna make it with this. You need these numbers. Get some bucks in you. And then 4 years later, you gotta dance around to slip up. You want the club banging it.
You know I taught Sue Tupac.
Oh, dude, I would never sleep.
I'd be shaking.
The PS5 in a year has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Y'all leave the Wii U alone. He tried his best.
Hey, consumers did.
Accurate.
That's not.
Yes, it is.
Early
Yes, it is.
adopter.
Exactly what we're going for.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that woman with all them Wii U's in the back of her car, thinking she was gonna flip them boys.
Oh, someone tried to do that near you guys?
No, it's a viral picture.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll look it up.
I think I've seen this.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what else we got. Well, actually.
Yep, all I had to look up was Wii U woman.
Wii U woman. Oh, this is gonna be
Get
good.
some. Get some, y'all.
Let's see, Wii U woman.
No, I already got it now for you.
Oh, okay.
Where's it going?
So he posted it in chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Scalper beautifully boned.
Oh, and those are like even. Ooh. There's probably like 2 per box in the boxes behind her too. Yikes.
That boy's in a back seat and everything.
Yeah, you can see him on the console. Dude, this is at least 10?
She's like, this is my retirement.
Yeah, she thought she was gonna flip these for double because remember the Wii was having supply issues, so this is the next console of the Wii, so why wouldn't I do it?
She didn't find it odd that she can buy in 15 of them?
Day one in the store.
Yeah, I was, because of like what the day I went through trying to get a Wii when it first came out, where I lucked the fuck out. By someone's generosity, which, where's that in this world? Where I was just so concerned about getting a Wii U day one, where I just walked into GameStop. I'm like, you guys go Wii U's? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no waste there, bruh.
Yep.
Remember at my GameStop, they had a tower of them built just for people to grab and go.
Yeah,
Why you ain't even gotta pay, Pimpin'? Just go ahead and take it.
Because they thought it was gonna be another Wii situation where they were just gonna fly off the shelf. They probably overstocked and everything.
Oh yeah, GameStop for real had that problem.
Please take these. We need to put we have another display that we need to put here.
$100 off, please, anybody.
Can I get this keychain? Absolutely. And here's
Scott.
your complimentary Wii U.
I'm good.
Wii U featuring the upcoming great title Zombie U. Remember that one? That was one of their big
They
hype
ported it.
titles.
They ported
Yeah,
it
they
to like
ported it.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. It was on PlayStation Plus.
I played it at a con. That was a fun game.
It was decent. I got it because it was a
I
launch game.
will just never forget that trailer. Everybody's just like, end? What?
Oh, I remember Mike hyping that bullshit up. Oh, I remember. It's so innovative where you're just like a zombie's coming and you gotta look down and go shit, 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 and try to get your thing as opposed to pause, find item. Oh, I remember you hyping that bullshit
Yeah.
up. Oh!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 331. You're only getting one face here today, I think.
Potentially one.
Tentatively.
Yes,
Minimum
tentatively.
1, maximum 2.
So, Ralph, I believe it was during the Baldur's Gate stream, he said he would be tentative for today. He gave a reason, and I don't remember what it is.
Hey, I get those.
Hashtag was not listening. You can go ahead and say that. Or you can lie. It's not like he would know.
Hashtag hearing, not listening.
I don't think I'd rather just not lie. I just flat out don't remember. He said it, and it went in one ear, and I'm still processing.
Oh, okay, cool.
I quite
yeah,
literally
word,
just
word.
sent it, meme. I'm gonna post the tweet now.
And I have a big problem with that and people's names.
Oh yeah,
It was
same
like,
here.
hi, my name is, and it's just like, you didn't even say a word. If I think about it, like 5 seconds after, I'm just like, I have to make an effort to be like, I'm gonna remember the name. Otherwise, it's just gone.
quite
And I hate
literally
that.
dial-up
Really?
noises. Like I'm the same
I'm
way.
good with names.
I'm the exact same way. You need
No.
to slap me in the face with your name at least 5 to 6 times before it finally sticks.
Well, so everybody that's on my team except one new dude has been there before me, and a couple people with sales left, and they're like, which one was Marcus? And I'm like, Marcus had a red beard and all this, and they're like, oh. They don't remember these mobs.
Same.
That's you, Mike. That's you, DA.
Oh yes.
Unless I commit it to memory, I'm not gonna. It's just go, or if it's just some sort of connection that I can make, like, oh yeah, Robert, like Robert Downey Jr. Something, anything. But if it's just like, hey, my name is Jason, it's like, hey, what up, Jason? What was his name?
Crazy.
Seconds after.
Thank you, meme.
I'm glad I'm not
Thank
alone.
you, meme.
Am I the outlier here?
Yes.
Yep. You're the weird one. We all know how bad being weird is right now.
Yeah, fair.
Oh boy. Before we get into, it's been 2 weeks. It's quite a bit's happened. Your weekly reminder hold on, had to scroll. Your weekly reminder that Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, get your vaccines and boosters, wear your masks in crowded indoor places. COVID is a bit on the rise right now, so do that. Support Ukraine, support LGBTQ rights, support body autonomy, pay your employees what they are worth, fuck genocide, and be good to one another.
Oh, that last one, an emphasis with that boxer that won the gold. Where you at, Joanne? Shut the up.
Jesus Christ.
Couldn't be a better story. Got the gold. Where you at in Logan Paul? Shut the up.
And also filing an official complaint over the
For
harassment.
all the harassment she got? Absolutely.
Crazy.
So for those that don't know,
Somebody was like, JK has been tweeting daily about trans people, and now she ain't said in like 4 days.
Nah, she put away that Green Goblin mask. It's like, no, not today.
in her mold room. So it's either Iman or Imane. I've not actually heard her name said. Khalif, who is a boxer for Algeria, which, for like, you know, we to a degree have levels of trans acceptance. Alex, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. We have at least some level of trans acceptance here in the United States. Some countries do not at all.
Yeah.
Algeria is one of them.
Yeah, you're not allowed. Not in a, oh my God, you're out here, I want to. No, you are not allowed legally to exist.
Mm-hmm. So, basically, the thing that she has is she just has a medical predisposition to create more testosterone, even though
I don't even know if she has that.
I believe that is a thing. She has a condition where her body just naturally creates more testosterone. But the key word is she.
Yeah.
She is still a she. Even if you're trans, you're still a she. But just in this case, she has the baby-making bits.
Biological woman,
yes.
or whatever those people say.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because somebody posted a tweet that JK made earlier in the year where it's like, I believe a woman is this, even if you can't have kids or you're not necessarily feminine presenting, so you have your boxers and that type of stuff. You're still a woman, blah, 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 blah. And yet here she is. The second it's a time to be like, no, she's still a woman, instant, that's not woman. Cooked. Get her out of here. Oh, she sucks.
And
her book sucks. Her books suck.
Are you talking about the one outside of Harry Potter or Harry Potter?
Oh, Harry Potter.
Okay, because she did make other ones outside of Harry Potter.
That she made one that was just like, I'm gonna make a trans villain. Like, what are we doing?
Just write what you know.
This is my truth.
Yeah, Jesus. But yeah, so obviously, past couple weeks, the Olympics have been happening. Pretty sure the United States basically won out in terms of most Olympic medals, most golds as well.
Mainly women.
Yep, the Olympic team with Simone. I like how they nickname themselves the Golden Girls because they are on average the oldest gymnastics team. And it was like, dude, that works on too many levels, man. And then just memes abound. basically.
So many memes.
Again,
a lot more memes than last time.
most of the
I don't
Olympians
remember
at this
really
point
memes.
are nerds. You got Kamehamehas on the podiums. You got, I know there's one Olympic runner that did Gear 5 Luffy. Just too many.
Gear second, gear third.
Yes.
Gojo's finger thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all we're now with a bunch of Gen Z people, Gen Z, maybe Gen Alpha. They grew up where it was acceptable and anime being mainstream, you're just gonna see more and more of it.
Mm-hmm. And then, I think the biggest meme of the entire Olympics was the Turkish shooter. The guy who got
Greatest
silver.
man ever.
The guy who got
Just
silver.
walks up, just not. I'm like, I see it.
No, it's crazy because you also look at the break dancer and you're like, you shouldn't be here.
Hey, yo.
And she proved she shouldn't be there. But then you look at this
comes out in the shirt, all these mugs with their glasses with the little magnifying and the blocking out the sun and all this stuff. And he just rocks up, normal glasses, hands in pockets, pew, silver.
Where's my dog?
It's like,
I want to
it's
get
like,
home to my cat.
And I mean, like, I don't know how much of this is true, but like, he was like, see, it's just like, I just took this up as a hobby. After my wife left me, I just took up shooting, and just I'm gonna go home to my cat. It's like, this sounds fake but true. Like,
Legitimately, it's the craziest thing.
Because right before that, the meme was the super high-tech girl with the glasses. And it's just like, she's an anime woman. And then the other side of the coin is just like, well, this is just the most normal dude. It's like that normal Pokemon trainer, Pokemon gym leader dude.
oh yeah, Larry.
There's nothing special about you, so that means that you're infinitely special.
You are the most special by not being special.
Yes.
Hold on.
The craziest shit. No more Mario and Sonic because the Olympics decided to go the NFT route and all of that stuff. And it's like, those games sold well. They did well. People want them. They would buy a lot of it right now. No.
I am trying to pull up. There's a better version of it.
He's definitely a vet, but he's just like, I can't remember if it was that reporter or something else where it's just like, he wasn't even really supposed to be there. They just kind of like asked him at the last minute to join. He was like a substitute or something. Like, it's crazy.
So just to show off, just of course, artists being what they are and doing God's work. Hold on.
There's been some really good ones.
Where'd it go? Here we go. So we got this one. Hold on. Let me zoom in. So this. Of all the different shooters. And then we also have, which is the first one that I saw, with like the two Koreans and then the Turkish guy.
I did not see that Elon thing. Like, did not see it at all.
Yeah, I didn't either.
God, he sucks. He's sucking more and more.
It,
He's not even lame, good for a laugh type of person.
I
like
know.
Trump.
We can get, there's more of that in a little bit, but yeah, just
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
memes, the controversies, the fun pictures, and at the very least, United States doing good stuff. Team USA in terms of basketball, winning it out. I agree, BG.
Fantastic game.
With your tweet of the shot of Wembanyama trying to block Curry.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a real person.
Yeah, neither one of them do. They both look fake. They both look like they should not be there. The way Curry is shooting does not look like the trajectory is correct. Nothing about that picture looks real. And yet it's the realest in the world.
Which, I saw a lot of crap.
This is Kuroko basket. What the is this?
No, it doesn't even look.
This is not.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
This didn't happen.
It legit happened like this.
Tell me this is just not Kuroko basket. I have not seen this picture, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Hold on, I got it.
Tiger and the never miss guy.
It truly doesn't look like that.
Zoom out.
Dude, again, his hand doesn't even look like it's in the position to shoot that high. It looks
There's no way,
fake.
based on the speed that the ball would need to travel, that his hand would be down in that position.
Dude, it looks
And it's
so
just like,
it looks
unless, because
AI.
like, unless you've seen Curry play, like there are some times where he just like does like a quick like he just does a quick little shot. Like he can like fire it off super quick, and just because he's the greatest 3-point shooter in NBA history, make it.
There was that double team where like Durant and LeBron are wide open. He's just like, whatever.
Yeah, that was like one of the last possessions that he had. Yeah, and these last 2 games he did pop off. But people are still bitching and moaning that LeBron won the MVP.
No,
you look at the overall statistics of the whole run. Guess who's leading everything but points?
On top of that, LeBron. There were a couple games where Team USA probably would have lost if LeBron didn't just turn the up.
Yes.
So yeah, he deserves it.
At 39
people have that,
fucking years old.
People have that recency bias of just like, hey, this is the last thing I saw, so it should be what it. It's just like with the there was a poll of the greatest One Piece moments in anime, top 30, and number 9 was like Yamamoto or Yamato. I forgot her name. His name Yamato. Just him talking to Luffy, and it's like that. There's nothing here, but it happened recently, and a lot of people like it. So number 9 of all time, crazy bars. It's just that recency push. Oh yeah, the pedo that's in the Olympics. So
statistically, there would have to be.
Some dude got caught. He got kicked out of the country, I believe, but he could compete for another country because he had residency there. So he competed for that country, and they just allowed it. He got booed every time he came up. I think he lost like the first time he came up. But yeah, they just allowed it. It's crazy. They kicked I think a Asian woman out for either smoking or having a boyfriend or something. It's like, but this guy over here, like, what are we doing? There's all this controversy about Amane with the thing boxing, and it's just like the pedo guy, the actual guy.
The another just like I think probably the most adorable moment I've seen at least come out of the Olympics was the I believe it was gymnastics, and it was I forget what the 2 other
I think they were Russian.
Was it I don't think it was Russian. I don't think it was Russian, but it was, I want to say Italian, but it was the Chinese gymnastics competitor, and then the 2 Italians, and they're doing the whole bite the Olympic medal thing, and it's just like 3 pictures of or a Taiwanese, and it's just like the girl just like kind of looking forward, then looking and going like, oh, like that's what you're supposed to do, and then her just kind of nibbling on it. It's fucking adorable.
It was fantastic.
One of my favorites was some prime minister or something is not as right wing, is not about that game. And somebody won and ran up to their girlfriend and started kissing her. And it just cut immediately right to her
salt face.
The saltiest face. Lovely.
People were up in arms too about the one female Olympian proposing to her boyfriend. It's like,
and the boyfriend proposing to the girlfriend after she had won because he stole her moment or whatever. It's like,
yeah, people crazy.
These are kids. There's not going to be a bigger moment than what's happening right now. They're going to remember this forever.
Also, as far as I recall, in terms of seeing the amount of contraceptives that were supplied at the Olympics, the quote-unquote unsexable beds did not work.
Of course not. They'll find a way. These motherfuckers jumping 18 feet in the air. You don't think that they can find a way to bang somebody against a wall?
Like, what are we doing?
So the Olympics before, like, just because you have the most physically fit human beings on the planet all gathered in one place.
Thousands of attractive, fit
Just, it's gonna happen no matter what. But they
Plus,
tried...
it's you train so hard and you don't really have time. So now it's just like, I'm done with my Olympics. Time to get to everything.
And, like, they tried to make the beds, like, make out of, like, almost, like, partially made out of cardboard, that where it's just, like, if any rigorous activity was done on them, that they would break. It didn't work.
No. Break the bed and sleep on the floor. Well, they're not going to care.
It's just, I found that very humorous.
Why even try to prevent it?
Yeah. What's the point?
I don't know.
Let it happen.
Sanctity of the games,
They used to do it naked.
Also, the other, actually, I just forgot one other big controversy thing, which is like only the French. So, like right before the Olympics, Prime Minister, I think it's Macron, like swam in the Seine to be like, this water's just fine. But then afterwards, and look who decided to show up. There it is. There it is. And he's muted. But during like a lot of the outdoor swimming races, people were getting physically ill by how awful the water of the Seine is.
Yeah.
To where I found out that apparently, because the Seine basically goes completely up and down France, there were people all like upriver that basically planned dumps in the Seine to then time when these races would be happening.
That's funny.
Just strategic dumps to just have
That's
poop
pretty-
in the river
I
that
mean-
the Olympians would be swimming in.
Wouldn't it be, because what if you just have performance anxiety? Wouldn't it be better just have a bucket of poop and just ready to, that would be my plan. Or would fresh poop be better? I don't know about E. coli and poop and the freshness of it. I'm going to have to do some studies later.
Okay. Welcome, Ralph.
It's a good question.
Is it?
Yeah, no. Because it's just like, oh, here they come. We got to poop now. In the end, we'll be like, I don't
Oh, no,
have
it's
to
not
poop.
here they come. It's, hey, the amount of time that this poop will wash down river to get there during the Olympics is roughly in 10 minutes. Let's take a dump now.
Well, I don't
and a
have to
week
poop. I don't
later...
have to poop now. I don't have to poop now.
You poop now.
So, yeah, that was, yeah. That was the thing that happened. But, yeah, Olympics, I believe this is the final weekend, right? That is coming to a close.
Yes, I believe so.
So yes, that happened. We talked briefly about Elon Musk, who is now seemingly declaring war on advertisers.
He sucks. He sucks so bad.
Because, you know,
Sucks.
advertisers for Twitter/X.com were like, hey, can you maybe curb down the white nationalism and the racism?
We don't even need it gone. Turn it
Just
down,
less.
please.
There's an acceptable amount.
And you're
and this is
way
past
past
it.
that threshold.
There's an acceptable amount?
For advertisers, absolutely. You don't think there's an acceptable amount of
There is an acceptable amount of rat feces in every single food product. And then once you go over it, that's too much. But it can be like 0.001 because it's going to happen. So this white supremacy stuff, it's gonna happen.
Because even
It's
when
just like not
after Elon took over, like 6 months later, once a lot of people pulled out, they came back despite the ramp up of racism and all that extra.
there's nowhere else to go.
So there is absolutely an acceptable amount for advertisers of certain things.
So basically, you know what? They were like, hey, could you tone this down? And Elon Musk is like, ha ha, fuck you, ha ha ha. And they're like, all right, we're boycotting. We're taking all our ads
They
off.
didn't say we're boycotting. They said we're pulling out.
Yeah.
It just so happened a lot of people pulled out simultaneously.
Unlike the Olympics.
Hey, that's what the contraceptives were for. But so apparently there was a coalition, a global alliance for responsible media, and Elon Musk is suing 4 of them, which were CVS, Mars, Orsted, and Unilever. I don't know who that is. He's suing them, accusing this coalition of advertisers for pausing advertisements on X after it was acquired by Musk in 2022. We tried peace for 2 years. Now it's war.
Peace is no longer an option. What?
What piece did you try?
So they are arguing that evidence obtained showed that GARM and its members directly organized boycotts and used other indirect tactics to target disfavored platforms, content creators, and news organizations in an effort to demonetize and, in effect, limit certain choices for consumers. I don't know if this is even going to do anything at all, just because I feel like someone can kind of choose where they promote their stuff.
Yeah. This is either going to get thrown
freedom
out
of speech, basically.
Yeah,
it's just
which is
gonna
what he
throw it
wants. This is either going to get thrown out or there's going to be some weird judge that sees it and they're just going to play the clip where Elon says, if you're an advertiser, off. And they're going to go, well, we took his advice. We off. What do you want? He literally told advertisers to off.
Mr. Musk, do you have anything to say? That was AI. Done. Easy.
So yes,
I do be getting hit with them porn comic ads. I saw
So
one
much!
with Robin and Raven. I'm like, the f is this?
Legit, dude. It's crazy. That site is cooked. I've been getting, I got like 5 back-to-back ads before I saw a tweet. And it was like
Same.
Temu and stuff.
Same.
And it used to be that you play a video and it would just replay.
Oh,
Now it just goes off to,
it is the worst update
despise
in
that.
the world. It's all that TikTok brain bullshit where this video's over.
Next.
Go
Like,
to the next. Go to the
no,
next.
I came into this video halfway. Go back to the beginning.
Yes, I loved watching the looping videos. I want to see them a couple times and then click off. You watch a video and go to the next. Dude,
It's the
I search for
worst.
options everywhere.
Same.
And
I'm like, we got an extension, a plug-in, clear cookies, anything, and people are just complaining. So it's just like, oh, this is just a thing.
yeah, the only option really is to go back to an older version. That's literally the only option right now.
meme. I enjoy that little joke. I chuckled. So yeah, there's that. I know,
Porn
like
comic ads on the site formerly. Oh.
whatchamacallit? I get I don't know if it's real or not, but I guess they're like turning off like all likes and stuff.
That it is being proposed, and
Yeah.
they've already taken away favorites. So it's like, what would be the point? Because it's
The point would be people tend to engage with the tweet or whatever that already has a lot of engagement. So if you see something with 5,000 likes, you might look at it quicker than one with like 3 likes. So if you don't know the likes, there's no bias there to engage with it.
Mm,
That's the only thing I could think of.
that's
The
my
other one
response.
is he's a baby man and he
Fair.
got ratioed once or twice and he's like, no more ratios.
Oh boy.
He sucks. That's all it is. He sucks.
Anyone else on Blue Sky? I haven't popped.
Yeah,
I'm on
it's
Threads.
the site is open. It's no longer invite only, so anybody can be on Blue Sky.
I'm on Threads. That's about all you got me on.
Threads is fucking terrible, dude.
Oh, it's awful. That's why I'm not on there a lot yet. I'm just waiting for it to get good.
I think that's what
I
we're
need
all
something to
waiting
get
for.
good
We're
for-
waiting
and-
for the one to get good.
Yes. They're all pretty mediocre. I just need one that's really good. And I'm
Alright.
off of that shit.
Yep.
God,
Alright.
it sucks.
All right, next up. So, the Borderlands movie
Doesn't exist.
is not
Doesn't
getting
exist.
reviewed well, to put it extremely
That shit-
mildly.
That shit
Wonder
does
why.
not exist, dude. It is non-existent.
I was
Wonder what happened.
I will say
People
I was
watched it? I don't know. I ain't know that. I couldn't-
It made like 9 million.
Based on the numbers, I don't think anybody watched it. So who reviewed it?
it was IGN and
doing-
a couple other obviously
No,
publications.
it's heading towards the biggest bomb in history.
Which is crazy.
heading
Wait. Will it beat Dragon Ball Evolution?
Yes, it's gonna.
Oh,
It's heading towards the big John Mars or whatever that was. John Carter.
John Carter.
Yeah, no.
It has made 8 or 9 million. It has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. People aren't gonna see this outside of the goof.
Yeah,
So next week, it's gonna make another maybe 3 million, and then it's gonna taper off even more. It's gonna end the run at like 20 mil.
and the budget was like 100 and something million. It's heading towards the biggest flop in history.
And you got the CEO of Take-Two Interactive's like, guys, come on, give it a
Rally
chance.
times. Let's go.
6 for the 6.
So I did find it interesting. So the last local that we had, which it's not just Smash Bros, it's a bunch of different fighting games here in Columbus. They sponsored the tournament, the Borderlands movie.
And so they're just losing money.
Yeah, you got to factor in marketing. I wouldn't doubt this all up is at 160, 170 million.
Mhm.
And with that in mind, 2.5 times is the rule. So they need like 400 million to make it good, make it worthwhile. And they're not going to get a tenth of that. It's cooked. It's going to be in streaming before the end of the month.
Yeah, this is
Man.
this is the return of the expected video game movie.
Yeah.
We've had it too good for too long, guys.
I would 100% watch the Borderlands movie in Discord.
Yeah. Next bad movie, maybe.
I am
Bioshock movie's
well
coming out
down
next
for
week.
that.
At least with
Oh, we need to watch
Bioshock.
Madam Web.
What was that?
We need to watch Madam Web.
True. But at least with Bioshock, it like Borderlands is like intentionally zany, and you have to like try and translate that as best as you can into.
It's hard to get that mood right.
A bad comedy, people can excuse bad action and all that other stuff because if it's gonna be fun, but a bad comedy, no.
That's the thing about it. A bad X movie that's not comedy can still be fun if it's bad. A bad comedy is
You're
just
sitting
unfun.
there, just sweating.
And
Oh, yeah.
Bioshock's going to be like a dramatic, eerie movie. So
Yeah,
Have we seen
ambient
anything
movie.
from that yet?
nothing yet.
Okay.
But in terms of movies that we have seen a lot of, D23 happened, which is the big Disney.
Oh, before that. DA, what did you think of Deadpool?
I thought it was good. I laughed, I felt, I walked out and went, yeah. I'm very lucky that I didn't get spoiled.
I need that in like a trailer, like post-release trailer of I laugh, I felt DA.
I walked on and went, yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I'm glad I didn't get spoiled on a lot of the cameos. I got hit with Gambit like as I'm going into the theater.
Crazy
no.
bar.
It was a wrestling thing. It was just like Shane meeting up with Tony Khan
Yeah.
and it was just something. I was just like, is that Gambit? Oh shit.
Terrible. And it's crazy because the weekend after, I was seeing nothing but clips to it.
Same.
Nothing but clips.
Same.
And I'm like, what are we doing out here?
Yeah, they just
Can
didn't care
y'all
no more.
wait?
Nope.
But
That's why I saw it like day one. I had to. I knew.
The best line that I was laughing until it was there's only one blade and there's only ever gonna be one blade.
Yep.
I was laughing until they started fighting. I did not hear anything. I had to download the movie and hear all of that because I was just sitting there just crying with laughter because it was such a well put together joke that worked so perfectly. It was which grenade launchers this? It's Punishers. There's been so many Punishers, which there has been. It's setting that up and then the blade thing, and it's just like that was funny by itself. And then the little turn of the camera and Ray's eyes. It got me because I laughed about it for half the time, and I looked at it from another perspective, and I laughed at it again because it could be taken on the perspective of
Multiple
there
ways.
is not going to be one blade. He don't even know that there's another blade out there, or the obvious one of that. Yeah, that movie is never going to be made, right, audience?
Yeah.
So it got me on both levels, and I was just laughing and laughing and laughing, and it was just one of those laughs where I was just like, I'm tired of laughing, and I think I got maybe one more laugh throughout the entire end of the movie because I was just like, I've had my laugh.
Yeah, I think you missed the whole Gambit thing where it's just like, I've been waiting for this.
That is the meme fucking source right now, and it makes me so fucking happy because that entire scene, I was just sitting there like, I know what's coming on the internet very soon. There's no way this isn't happening.
They got the VA for X-Men 97 to say it. The Gambit from that one.
Oh,
did they? That's cool.
I've got every Gambit is gonna say that.
Yeah, it's gonna be part of it. It's gonna be the new Juggernaut bit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was good. A lot of it, I was just like, there were things where, like the big Deadpool's fight, the Wolverine versus Deadpool, both of them. It's just like they're fun, but it's ultimately nothing because they're gonna get right back up. So this is just
and everyone knows it. It's just fluff fight.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, I can see the cinematography. I dig it. I like the enclosed spaces of the car and they're fighting.
The car fight is the best fight. I'm sorry,
but it's just like it just doesn't really mean anything. That was the biggest thing for me. But yeah, I dug it. I liked the villain. The villain was very, very good. Give me more evil people that are just like I just like being evil.
Cassandra Nova.
Yeah. The Human Torch really got me because I was just like,
Chris Evans just
my dumb monkey brain. I'm just like, but he said he was done playing Captain America.
Oh, they pulled another one out of the grave. Oh my god.
Blame on.
The blade thing will stick with me. I've just been sitting there silently laughing at that just every now and again.
I don't like you.
It's just
I know. You
so
never have.
funny.
Got me so good. That whole interaction was so good.
All right, now we can continue.
All right. D23.
Oh, last thing.
Motherfucker!
We can't continue.
Last thing. Wolverine helmet looked kind of goofy in some shots, but shirtless with the helmet is such a great design.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, how was it a hood, but also later he took it off and it was a helmet?
Shush.
It's a cow.
That'll
It can come off. It can come off.
The biggest laugh I got was Regenerate. That was mine. Regenerate.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nice pull. It was so good.
Yeah, I love that one. All right, next.
D23.
No.
Oh, by the way,
Fuck. All right. So there's a lot of shit that got announced at this thing. I'm not going over all of
Kingdom
it.
Hearts, nobody cares.
yeah. Another Toy Story. My God, who could care?
Enough. I'm tired. Fuck this off.
Did you see
It's
the premise?
It's a problem because Woody left. And then there he is just smiling like, what's up? It's me, your boy Woody. Like the whole thing was that you're gone.
Now, I will accept this, even though I don't know the reasoning behind all of this, because I've never seen any Toy Story past one. I would accept it if they were playing it up for AI reasons. And that this is not Woody, this is a AI version of Woody. And it's a commentary on AI and a replacement.
Disney is not going to be doing commentary on that when
it's
they're
not
doing
going
this.
to be. It's already they already gave the premise. They already gave the premise.
Nah, then. But they're fighting electronics. That's the whole thing. That's why I'm like, maybe AI plays into it.
Yeah, they're fighting to keep their new kid from turning into an iPad kid. That is the premise of Toy Story 5.
Good luck.
Yeah, y'all lost that fight. I ain't seen a Barbie move in a year.
So we had that. We had Incredibles 3 got announced. Zootopia 2. We got a trailer for Moana 2. We had an announcement of live action Lilo and Stitch. People, stop saying he looks like live action Sonic. It is nowhere fucking near that. He looks fine.
No, see, the thing is that I said throughout this entire time that I figured he would look like the first rendition of Sonic. He came out the gate as updated Sonic when it comes to quality comparisons. That's it. That's all you can say. Because let's face it, Stitch's model is a higher quality, better render than Sonic is. It looks better.
People were just saying it like, it's like, oh man, it's just as bad as first live action Sonic. And it's like, you put 2D Stitch and 3D Stitch next to each other. It is pretty 1-to-1. And then you put Game Sonic against original live action Sonic. No fucking comparison. Shut up. So yes, that is happening. And they got the original voice actor for Stitch too, which is good. So that's happening. Frozen 3 is happening, coming in 2027, so we got a long fucking time before we even see anything about that.
What could the story even be?
Have you seen 2?
No.
Well, there you go. It's a continuation of 2. Whatever happened
even
there.
Was in 2, I was like, what could the story even possibly be?
She becomes the Avatar. That's the story of 2.
Okay, cool.
A trailer for Snow White live action, which this brought up the whole Peter Dinklage thing once again.
And the dwarves look awful.
Yeah.
They don't look great.
No.
And I have a hard time believing that with the stepmother or the queen being Gal Gadot, that mirror's lying.
Dude, come on.
She sucks. And mirror on the wall. I don't want to hear this. She sucks.
I'm not even talking about acting.
Who is weird?
In terms of just the looks department, you put anyone next to her, I don't believe that someone's fairer.
But I understand your premise.
Subjective. The mirror has a taste. And it's just like, you alright.
You're like a solid 7, 8, maybe.
Yes, all the dwarves are CG in this, and they do look great.
Just put 7 moths in hats and little jackets. Shut up, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, he sieved them over.
Mm-hmm.
Taking legit jobs away from people. Now it's just gonna be Key and Peele. That's gonna be 2 of the dwarves, and it's just like, well, of course they are.
Yeah, that the mirror's an Olympian.
They couldn't even get dwarven actors to voice the mothers. Like, at least do that.
I don't know who's voicing them. I'm just saying that's what...
No, that's definitely what's gonna happen. We're gonna get Aquafina somehow.
Oh my goodness.
Somehow. We got a new Tron film with music from 9 Inch Nails because Daft Punk is just done making music. So no more Daft Punk music for Tron. We have Freakier Friday, which is a sequel to Freaky Friday with both Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis returning.
This is why she couldn't do One Piece.
Probably.
Oscar, here it comes.
But honestly, I had to look it up. I was like, what was the last thing Lindsay Lohan was in? And she did like a couple of Hallmark movies as of recently and like a little bit of TV and stage, but like she's been keeping a low profile for a long time now.
Yeah, I think she's been trying to focus on getting healthy as opposed to
Correct.
Healthy, and she also has a kid now. So
yeah,
step
away from the limelight for a bit.
There's only one dwarf that has been announced as with a voice, and it's a person with dwarfism. That's
okay, cool. We might be in there.
Bunch of other Star Wars theme park stuff that got announced, what have you. And then the last thing is we finally got a trailer for Mufasa.
You didn't even talk about Daredevil. That's crazy.
But I mean, it was just announcements. I didn't see any trailers for it.
Oh yeah, there were leaked trailers all over the place.
I did not see the trailer. Huh.
For the there was like 4 minutes of the Cap movie shown.
Yeah,
there was a trailer for Daredevil. Yeah, you missed a lot of a trailer for Ironheart.
Yeah,
were those publicly released?
No.
Yes.
They were publicly released by leaking.
They were released.
Okay. Yeah, but it wasn't official
to
channel.
the public.
Yeah.
They're out there to see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was mostly going with stuff.
If you're just going off official lists, Mike, you're doing everything wrong. You can never go by official
Be part
lists.
of the internet, man.
Nah. But again, that's go out and see that stuff. I didn't want to talk about everything just because there was a fuck ton.
There was a ton.
But yeah.
Mufasa, though.
Live action Mufasa.
That exists.
I am cooked.
Yeah, you are.
It
is over.
Capital over. Why are they doing this? For what
contractual
purpose?
obligations? Probably has to be contractually obligated, or somebody in the upper echelons of Disney just said, "I want this, come hell or high water," because that is awful looking.
There's two reasons. Number one, obviously, the first movie made a whole lot of money. You've got the models, you've got the world. Put them in there. Number two, The Lion King came out in 1994. So this is the 30th anniversary. So they need something to get out there. Just like 30th anniversary. But this trailer is just like, well, Scar has a legitimate claim to the throne.
Yeah.
If this love is adopted,
he's not some piece of just out here being a piece of. Now, there's a theory going around that so Mufasa is adopted, and while he's adopted, Scar's family dies. So Mufasa's family now are the royalty, and Scar gets adopted into that family. So he's no longer.
So what the dude? They are killing me. I'm about to write about this.
And then we have Kimba the White Lion as the villain.
I forgot it was a video.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, how much was it? $50?
I have to analyze this in a video. They are killing me.
You are killing you.
And they already had a book ages and ages ago in the 90s that was just like, yeah, they were just brothers. They went on a mission. Scar got a scar. It is what it is. It's what you think it was. When it was just like, nah. Political espionage. No!
Dude, that song they showed just looks like I can't wait to be king all over again. They're trying to emote the faces now, but now it's going Uncanny Valley. It's cooked.
This is gonna be Borderlands. They're gonna make $18 million.
Oh,
I'm so mad.
And it's the same day as Sonic 3.
Man, I forgot. With ugly Sonic, and there's no Sonic 2.
3. with Shadow. Keanu Reeves Shadow.
This is awful. This couldn't have gone worse.
Oh no, it went good. Just not for you.
I saw that trailer and I was furious. I'm like, give me a chance.
Nah.
And nobody's watching this.
That first week is gonna tell us everything.
Man,
That first week box office is gonna tell us.
it's gonna be like 58 million. They're gonna get first week,
and that's
gonna be the Christmas buff.
Yeah, and that's only gonna allow them to go up to like 400, 500 million. Honestly,
This is trash.
somebody said a long time ago, it would have been better if the Lion King was just live action people. There was no lions or anything.
Like
It was
stage
Kind
show.
of like cats.
Yeah, but without the anamorphic. No, just regular people. But they were like, we can't have black people. That's Disney. We can't have black
Just
people.
do it like Cats. Cats is coming to Grand Rapids, so I'm gonna make the trip
What day?
over there. The week of my birthday.
Oh no.
This mother is gonna be clapping along the Jellicle Cats, and I'm gonna get a shiver just nowhere near
Oh,
him.
DA is happy.
Not allowed, dude.
They'll say
It's not allowed,
McCavity,
not
and then
for
I'll.
He sucks. You suck.
I've been waiting for this. I've been keeping an eye out.
You have.
You about to make a name for yourself up in there?
Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself up in here.
All right, we have another little bit of news. There was a very large leak at Netflix as of recently, where
Somebody's fired.
This is
Oh yeah.
legendary.
where a bunch of episodes, unreleased episodes of the new Ranma, Arcane Season 2, the Terminator anime, Dan Da Dan, and then I think that may have been it. There might be others that I'm missing as well, but just whole ass episodes just out in the wild way before they were actually due
In
to
the
release.
fucking wild.
Now, to be the most fair, they're awful quality. They're like 360p.
Terminator. Did you say Terminator?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
But people watch bootlegs, so
Oh yeah.
who is people? Who you telling? I'm people.
But you don't care.
Are
about
you?
any of those.
I am absolutely people.
Yeah.
Do you mean to tell me I am not people? What part did I
count.
not become people?
You barely count as a person sometimes. It's okay.
Everybody barely counts as a person sometimes.
You were like 1/8 of a person during that stream on Friday, Ralph. You were barely functioning.
Oh, I thought you were going someplace different.
I thought you were making a very time period based joke there, Mike,
No,
and I was getting a little concerned.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought he was going there too.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
oh, look at that.
Nope.
Ooh, I thought we were going to 3/5 compromise level shit
I
happening here.
I
That
appreciate the subversion. There's sometimes
Yeah,
the humor
Mike.
is in that.
Mike, you didn't mean to, but good job, buddy. That was excellent. But yeah, no, I was fucking shot, Mike. Friday, I was dead. This week, I've been dead. Monday through Wednesday murdered me. Thursday was barely enough time to recuperate. And then Friday happened, and I was just I slept for like 13 hours Friday night. And I woke up still tired.
Beautiful. All right. But yeah, just if you somehow, some way come across the leaks, just don't. Just wait. A lot of people work hard on a lot of these shows, and it just hurts the folks that matter.
You're doing yourself a disservice if you watch it in that quality, because if you're excited for it, you want to see it in the best possible way. So I understand I can't wait, because every week spoilers come out for One Piece, all the current manga, and I never look at the leaks. So
Nope.
Uh-oh. What do we got?
I even there's a coworker I send the leaks to, and I still just like turn my head when I'm clicking copy save.
Hold on. Let me get this up. Here we go. Beautiful. That beautiful.
face, man.
The part that's kind of making
it's
the eyes. It's the eyes.
It's the Ed face going on here. That's killing me. It's killing
I'm not the most
me.
articulate muff in the world, but I deserve better than this.
Eddie.
Beautiful.
Oh, dude.
So that is on my list. I mean, we got some. Were they screenshots or were they just like artistic stills for the new one?
It's hard to tell until we get some more.
Because like I could totally see them like going for that, which would be really fucking cool. But we at least got some sneak peeks of the remake One Piece anime, and Oda himself was just like, "Hey, don't just do a remake. Take the heart of what we accomplished in the manga / the anime, but then do your own spin." Which I like a lot.
White Usopp needs to get out of my face in a hurry.
Agreed.
White Usopp.
We don't need it.
They done bleached my boy.
They got Robin, now they coming in Usopp. Come on now.
It's a complete whitewashing. But they got to keep the Sambo lips, but can't make the man a little darker. Cool.
I saw people talking about how they took away Choco Love's lips in Shaman King, and they're like, "Do that for Usopp?" I'm like, "Nah, that changes the character. Get that out of here. We need them lips."
But yeah, I mean, it's looking very good so far. And then
it's just closer to Oda's coloring of Usopp more than anything.
Get it out of here.
True.
But it's Usopp is a dude with
get
an
that
afro.
old man out of here. Who needs Oda?
Usopp is a man with an afro and big, like, these are how we drew black people lips. He's a black dude.
It was of the time.
Yeah.
And let it continue. That was his vision.
You want to put a spin on it, take the lips away.
Last thing I want to talk about before we get to our last topic is obviously the political landscape shifted quite a bit in the last 2 weeks.
Dude, it's so crazy that Trump got shot at like 3 weeks ago.
And
it doesn't matter.
Nope.
In the slightest, it didn't matter.
Nobody's talking about it anymore.
We said that it wouldn't matter in the end, and it just
It just happened.
But it was so quick that it didn't matter.
Biden played it perfect with that fucking announcement, and then with everything that followed through recently, it's just been a.
And it's again, it's all like the swing started with the eventual vice president pick of Tim Walz just going, they're just weird, man. And
he said that before he was the pick.
That's what I'm saying. The swing kind of started with that, and Kamala.
It's such a simple thing of just like they're weird.
It wouldn't have been anything if they hadn't reacted.
Correct.
The fact that the entire cult reacted.
Yeah, they showed it bothered them.
And the moment any shark in any water smells blood, that's it.
Is it like we have been called weird, stupid all the time, and it's just like, yeah,
we call each other that.
Exactly. And it's like I feel like most
he just
people
said I'm not human.
And it's just like, that's the reaction you kind of need to have, just because everyone is fucking weird in their own way. Everyone. Literally everyone. And the moment you go, no, I'm not, like, it's done. You have lost.
You should have said nothing. You would have been better off.
Yeah. And then it's just like, no, I'm not. And then you try to disprove that you are weird, which in turn just proves you are weird. And then just like so many little things kept coming up with like JD Vance and his affection for couches.
Oh, dude,
they're so mad about that one. It's the funniest thing.
He'll never get away from it. That's going to haunt him through the entire election cycle.
And
it's crazy because it's a claim that everybody knows is bush, but it's just funny to people. But I was just thinking about this. If it was in the other direction, there would be people that legitimately believes like Tim Walz has sex with couches.
Oh yeah.
But everyone is of agreement, and that's what's funny about it.
Stolen valor.
Dude.
Which I'm pretty sure the Marines and the National Guard have both, like, as institutions, been like, yeah, this is bullshit.
Oh, absolutely. But that thing is, it doesn't matter what facts are said. We know this already.
Oh, yes.
The fact that their platform says it means that the fucking echo chamber is going to repeat it ad nauseum. It's just going to keep going. Because they need something. They have nothing. So they're going to keep talking.
And then, obviously, Kamala taking Biden's place. The immediate upswirl of support, raising millions, tens of millions in, like, weeks. And, like, there was a... There was a, like, little, like, Twitter powwow called White Guys for Kamala. To which Twitter banned the account, which... You know, if they decide to pursue things, could be election interference.
It just could be damning for the company because they won't go after the white supremacist accounts, but they'll go after this accounts. And now he's trying to sue the advertisers because of his inability to allow the white supremacist thing. They could essentially take that and just, there's so many bits of litigation they could throw at him because of this whole web he's created. And they could own the fucking website in the end if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
It's that level of fucked.
And DA just made that his icon on the Discord. Well done.
Oh, did he? That was
I'm quite
amazing.
fond of it.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. It is genuinely good.
But and then obviously with just the people of support, what have you. Of course, you mentioned crowd sizes, and then Trump just needs to say I had bigger crowd sizes than Martin Luther King. Was trying to, during like a interview with like an organization for African Americans, say that Kamala Harris isn't black.
Oh, that was the turning point, honestly. So that was probably the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen, especially from a presidential candidate, because he did not want to go on that stage because he knew they were going to grill him. And he does not want to be grilled about his beliefs because he knows they're stupid and he knows he cannot defend them. So, and he doesn't want to be called out for his lies. He just wants to say his lies. And he knew those journalists were going to call him out for his lies. And they did multiple times. And he was a piece of shit during it because he could not answer those questions. But he was late there. And he acted like it was on them that he was late. Like there was some logistical issue. And he said it to them. They had me waiting. Y'all had me waiting. Blah, blah, blah. When it got to the point where they were like, Trump might not come out. We might just need to cancel. Because he did not want to go out there. He keeps it was the worst. He keeps trying to reframe things, and it's just losing more and more steam as more and more people are seeing the nonsense that's coming out. That's why you've got people like Kyle Rittenhouse going, nah, I'm not for Trump. And then he gets called out, and then he has to backpedal because he learned that you do not go against the cult. Then Joe Rogan goes, RFK Jr., I vote for him if he was president. And the cult called him out, and he had to backpedal because you do not go against the cult of Trump. It's so crazy. It was the turning point. It is the worst sit-down interview I've ever seen from a presidential candidate.
Yeah, and it's just like, people were just like, well, this news article right here where it's like Kamala Harris elected as first Indian American senator in U.S. Or woman Indian American senator in U.S. history. It's like, yeah, because the first black female U.S. senator had already happened.
Yeah.
Guess what? She is both black and Indian. Shocker.
Crazy.
Jamaican dad, Indian mother.
This month said in a room full of black journalists, they're coming over here and taking black jobs. And they, for the first time, asked him to his face, what are black jobs?
I'm sorry, what?
What are black
I'm
jobs?
sorry, excuse me?
And he just went, they're taking them. He had no answer.
Well, there's no answer because they're gone. Bring them back and I'll let you know.
They've been taken.
And so
he had to be told what DEI meant. And then he still got it wrong afterwards. This man is so old and fried.
Calm down.
Trump is a cooked man.
Some people are actually speculating that there might be actually some lasting damage from the shot. While it didn't the gunshot, just because it could have just basically rattled his brain and just had literal mental implications. Yeah. Just because he is unhinged, but I feel like the last couple of interviews have been even dumber.
The only reason I think that happened is because
panic.
He's been knocked off the track he's known.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's on the track he knows, he can be sharp. If he has something to attack, he can be sharp.
Because you'll see a lot of his tweets and everything just oh, Sleepy Joe, he couldn't hang with him. He's just talking about Joe Biden so much because that's who he wants to go against. I think the fight is just going from him.
Yeah, he has nothing going Kamala because
I did see some posts where it's just I've heard rumors that Sleepy Joe might be coming back. Dude! It's boy.
People keep posting that image. I mean, the gif of Kuwabara at Yusuke's funeral. Just come back.
Yeah.
I need you here.
Because, honestly, right now, could people tell me 4 of Trump's policies? The most you hear about Trump. Is it?
I was just yelling it.
But honestly, is it right now?
Does he even does he still hold that?
I don't know. Because what he's been talking about for so long is just an attack of Joe Biden as opposed to come vote for me because I will give you these things. I will do this for the American people. It was more so, you can't vote for Joe. He's old. He's finished. Now there's a younger, not finished person. So what can you do?
I just don't think he has the capability to pivot. His entire brain was focused on something, and now it's scrambled.
Yeah, it's over. It's like if you go to a restaurant, let's say you're 70 years old, you've been going to this restaurant for 40 years, you always order this breakfast item, and then the breakfast item is gone. You're going to stand there for a couple minutes
Screw that. Right now, I could go up the street and be like, yeah, can I get a milkshake? Yeah, the ice cream machine is out.
Yeah.
and I'm frazzled. Just this is what I wanted.
Yeah. And
it's I don't even kind of want to be here anymore.
And he kind of doesn't want to be here anymore. He wants a weak opponent. That's why they were so mad that Shapiro didn't get the vice presidency, because that's somebody they felt they could attack. They have nothing for Walz. They have nothing for Kamala. She's not black. That's their main thing. He may not have went over with the troop at one point. That's their main thing. That's all they've got for these people.
And then
there's no big scandal. There's no Hunter Biden waiting in the wing.
And it's just the big irony with Tim Walz, which he gave a hell of a speech, which apparently they found out during the group speech with him and Kamala when they first announced that he was the running mate. He has never read off of a teleprompter.
No, it's pure spot. He's just going.
Yep.
It's amazing.
And the moment of that speech where he's just man, I can't wait to debate the guy. Applause. Talking about J.D. Vance. Only if he's willing to get off the couch first. And then, like a fucking Midwestern dad. You see what I did there? And just
everything, just doing her and best not to bust out laughing and just in the background.
Everything that basically most right-wing people would want in a candidate. Guess what Tim Walz is? He's a hunter. He's a gun owner. He comes from blue-collar roots. He's a military vet. He coached high school football. did
He's
all
not
of
part
these
of this
things.
big corporation stuff because he has no stocks, he has no bonds, he has none of those, he has no stakes in any companies.
But then they're like, wait a minute, are you saying he gave free food to children? He let growing up women have access to tampons in case something happens? Done.
Yep.
And just like everything that I've been seeing about the guy, like him and his daughter at the county fair, of just all right, we're gonna go get some carnival meats. I'm a vegetarian, Dad. Turkey it is. That's still meat, Dad. Not in Wisconsin, it's not. Or Minnesota, it's not. But yeah, he just seems like a really likable dude. Which is exactly what we were saying before. We're just like, no, someone with basically as minimal, the safest pick that you could pick for vice president. Boy. And
they went with good guy Midwestern dad as the
white
running
dad.
mate.
yeah.
I want to have a beer with him, Dad.
And,
Correct.
And also just in terms of just because like obviously there's people that are like over usually the middle ground liberal thing that they try to not go for. That's why Bernie has never been a pick in terms of the status quo of the Democratic Party. Tim Walz is basically about as close to Bernie Sanders as you can get without being Bernie Sanders in terms of progressive policies. So you got progressives on board, you got the normal base on board, and then
Potentially moderates on board.
Some Republicans on board. And then you
guys
have
been seeing the Republican PACs coming out and giving to Kamala.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and just like I'm not voting for Trump no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I don't actually see any way for Trump to win. The only way that he wins is if the Republican base and some of the Democrats give in to him. That's already dead. As of this Tim Walz thing, there's Republicans now on the Democrat side. That's it. It's over. Mm-hmm. There's almost 0.0001% chance anymore for him to win. In fact, I've been like keeping up on a whole lot of like political pundits and journalists, and a lot of them are saying that we could very well see him drop out in the next month.
I don't
Would
see
you guys
happening.
imagine that?
I
want you to imagine that.
Remember when I asked that? Like, right after he got shot, and everybody's like, his ego won't allow it. Now all of a sudden, moms are like, oh, no.
Dude, I don't care.
He's genuinely getting fucking whacked, bro. Like, he can't handle that. His ego can't handle it.
Whatever's the funniest outcome with Trump, I want that. And just to hear his excuse, I would love to hear that.
Oh, I thought I recognized that name. That's Jay.
What's the excuse you would hope to hear then, DA? Give us an estimation from somebody in your
Miss Joe.
What would get the goof for you?
If I wanted to be the president, I could, but I got better stuff to do, y'all. Yeah, nah.
Do you? Do you?
He needs to golf more.
I want as nonchalant as possible, just like, man, whatever.
Yeah, GG's. Signing off.
Goes for the fist bump.
Pools at a tournament. Just like, yeah, whatever.
I came out for the drinks anyway. I don't care.
Kamala's holding out the fist bump, and Trump just ignores her.
I ain't want to date you anyway. You ugly. You asked me.
Dude, I love that. You ugly anyway. Like, bitch, you started. What are you doing?
But yeah, and then just I think it all culminated with the Mar-a-Lago, whatever the fuck his country club is called.
Mar-a-Lago.
The rant that he had.
Oh, dude, he went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And his rallies are looking empty.
Oh, dude,
and they're trying to say Kamala's were AI. Kamala was in Detroit and she got called out with the whole Palestine thing, and her answer was not good, and it was looking really close to like, oh no, this might turn some tides. And then her very next rally, she was like, call for an immediate ceasefire, and I was like, all right, we're back on board.
Yep.
That could have turned real quick.
So Kamala and Waltz just did a event here in Wisconsin right by me, and it's down the street from where I work. Now, I was in the middle of something off site and had to drive back to the office, and I have a coworker who was there who was like, okay, I just came from the direction of the office. Don't take this road. Just don't go near it. It's blocked for miles. So I'm like, what? It can't be. For what? Didn't know that they were going to be here. And then I look at my my GPS to see like, okay, this is the route I would take back to work. What's it added 45 minutes to a 10-minute drive.
That's correct.
So I take the side road where I can still see that road to get there. And dude, it just, there's this one turn that leads to the fairgrounds where they were. That's like, again, a minute and a half from my office. And dude, that turn is just backed for miles. And I'm like, this is Wisconsin, y'all. This is
It's cooked.
It's over, bro.
It's over.
There's no way.
And on gaming, the amount of money that people are pouring in right now to Kamala tells me otherwise for one candidate.
Yeah. People were leaving that Kamala rally because of the Palestine thing, the way she responded.
Also the heat.
And the heat, yeah. It's hot.
Tim had to stop it to water for the water to get water to one of the people who was
that was great.
Again,
that won him so many points. It's over.
It's if
Dude's
he doesn't
union.
drop out before there's a debate, and he does debate her,
September 10th?
I have a feeling if he doesn't drop out before he debates her, what I said is still poignant. If it happens, he's going to get viscerally, verbally destroyed.
Oh yeah,
because he can't keep up in conversation. There's no way.
It's gonna.
I think that would be the moment, if there is the moment where he just says, "All right, I'm gonna make up the biggest sandbar lie I've ever heard in my life and leave."
She eats babies.
So
she's a baby eater?
Well,
Oh my
technically,
goodness.
there's supposed to be 3 on the schedule. Either one of them can technically deny it. It's just not something that's usually done. But as we both know, one of the 2 of these candidates doesn't usually like to do things the way things are usually done. So we'll see. I'm still partial to believing it's not going to happen.
I think Trump does the 10th one.
You think so?
Yeah. Only because, so he had the out of, I agreed to debate Joe. And Joe's not here, so I'm not going to debate. He had that out. But now that he's agreed to it, there is no out. You will just be backing down. And he will not allow himself to back down.
Mm-hmm.
So he will go through that one, and then we will see what happens.
Mm-hmm. So, what would happen if is it just Kamala wins? Is that what happens?
No, there's still still an election.
I think there's a little time left to have a substitute.
It would just be a flop because the party doesn't have a backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nobody left.
Yep.
All the people that they were behind have turned into flops.
Mm-hmm.
So who could it possibly be? Even his vice president, they're like, this guy sucks. Can't even be him.
What's his face from Florida?
DeSantis.
No.
Yeah. Make America Florida. The woke.
Just the unhuman smile that man
He
has.
tries his hardest to be personable. And he is an alien.
He tries hard to be a person, and he's not.
That's the guy that's not human.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then the last thing that I have is last Sunday,
Oof.
We had the end of an era. My Hero Academia had its last chapter. Is there anything worse than a whimper? With a sigh?
Nah, I don't think there is.
Okay.
Certainly not.
A
in
painful
a
grunt.
thing like this.
This was a terrible chapter and a terrible end, and potentially the worst end in all of Shonen. I believe I gave it a 2, maybe a 1. I can't remember. It's a terrible, terrible ending to this series.
Completely worthless.
DA and I have talked about this essentially for a collective hour and a half. It's a bad chapter. It's a bad ending.
You could have given the 8 years later, like 5 chapters.
Yes.
And
That
like
could have been the 5 chapters.
Honestly, and just expanded that out. Where's everybody now? You give closure to certain things, including, one of the main whole character driving points of your female lead. Just not even addressed.
0%.
0%. Literally, her final fight. She had a whole character arc of, I am burying these feelings for this guy. Has a whole fight of, let's talk about boys to one of the main villains.
Love.
Then nothing.
And it's crazy that fight changed her whole outlook in life to the point where she has this whole project about quirk realization and quirk therapy and all this.
Mm-hmm.
But the boy she liked led to that fight in that moment, we don't get no kind of on that.
Literally.
We get a single panel where they're walking together and like sakura blossoms are falling or something.
It was snow.
And snow is falling. And that's about it. I don't know what that is. Are they together?
I don't even remember seeing that, so...
It was in that big, like, 12-panel splash of all the stuff when he's losing One for All.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's so bad. And that fight with Ochiko, it's just like, okay, they just go, oh yeah, Toga's dead. And that's just like, oh, that's just the confirmation.
Why is Gran Torino alive?
It's just nothing done with it, but it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. And then here with the whole conversation where she just goes, I do like Deku.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, but whatever. So the whole thing for that fight, the only purpose was the quirk rehabilitation thing. And what was done with it? A single line. So it's just like not...
And there's like a lot of people that I've seen online where it's like, why are people just shitting on Ochiko? It's not so much for shitting on Ochiko. It's like, why can't she just like be this character? It's like, her character is fine. How she was written in the end is just utter doo-doo.
Yes.
Like,
if
you can be a character.
Stabbed, she was alive. She would be alive. It's like, she stabbed you. The reason why you were bleeding was her. So take away if only she didn't stab me.
Because that's like I had gotten to her sooner.
Yeah,
or
and that's
something. I don't know.
And that's one of those things that like I think that where it's just like we're like angry about this is that again, this manga started off so good.
I was telling the chat during Revisited that there was a period in time where we were doing a weekly manga segment of My Hero Academia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just recapping and talking about the latest chapter because we love this series. It was so good. This might be the worst jump title I have ever read. Only because of the downfall.
The ending, it is correct. He just did. And we talked about this again. He wanted a pure and simple theme ending. Society is healing. The circle is closing. Yes, you can be a hero. Like what All Might said to me.
I'm still inspiring people and giving them the hope that I was given.
That's what he wanted. He didn't want a story ending. He didn't want a character ending. He wanted a theme ending. And for the people that do want that, they got it. And they're happy. But for the people that are just like, hey, yo, Ida is my favorite character. What he's doing, he's just in a splash page and that's it. That's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it if you're not gonna do it.
Didn't they give what the multi-arm dude like a better ending than Ida?
Yes! Oh my god.
Yes, Shoji got one of the best endings. He's basically ending racism.
Of the class 1A, Deku talked in the last chapter, Bakugo talked in the last chapter, and that mother talked in the last chapter.
That goes to show I didn't remember his name.
Dude, how many kids are in class 1A?
Like 15?
20. See what I'm saying? Dia and I have had this conversation multiple times. There are 20 students in that class.
Oh, would you look at that?
Honestly,
I'm surprised I got within 5.
Every now and then I turn to Dia and just go, hey, what is Tape Dude's name? I know what it is, but that's only because I quizzed him so much.
So weirdly, isn't Tape Guy Sero?
Yes, it is.
I don't know why I know that.
There's Sero, there's
Shoji,
Sato. Sato is Sugar Rush. There's Koda, which is Anima. Who are these people?
It's just a bunch of who gives a crap people that you don't care about because they never did anything except for that one time that the tape guy wrapped up Satan. And you just got to be like, oh, that happened. Give him a statue.
God, dude. It's so the issue is that it's not really satisfying for everything that the series has set up. We've been set up of the greatest hero for Deku, but we don't get to experience the joy he has of experiencing being the greatest hero because he's already just some broken teacher.
Mm-hmm.
We've been set up since like chapter 30 of Uraraka's feelings for Deku, and we get no closure of that.
We got a last second punt of Eri wants to sing, and then she sang in one panel, and then she's walking to a school with a guitar on her back, and you just go, well, okay.
There was more done in the final chapter that was set up in the final arc and paid off in this final chapter. The singing, the music thing, the racism.
That is so
the
correct.
Toga stuff. The Toga stuff. Like, what happened to all that beforehand?
I did see further up too. One of the best endings too was Gentle. Him and La Brava have just a company.
And they're married. They have rings on their fingers.
But then we gotta sit there and just go, okay, so he gave up being a hero? That's unfortunate. How did that happen?
Isn't she like 30 years younger than him?
La Brava's like 30.
Oh.
No, yeah, I think they're like 10 years age.
Okay. I thought she was like very young. I know she's driven. She's just drawn as like a dwarf, but
yeah, that's all it is. She's
just small.
Yeah, her first appearance, she was 21.
Okay. Yeah, Deku is broke. Deku basically is just like Spider-Man, broken, lost all his powers.
Gentle's first appearance, he was 32.
Okay.
So there's 11 year.
Okay. But yeah, just again, ending on a whimper. It's like,
just
they
fart.
Like again, it like certain things of the ending too, where it's just like the whole thing of like All Might breaking through, and it's like this isn't the end. Like that was fun, but like
yeah, that was cute.
Everything surrounding it.
And then I talked to BG about this, but the whole Iron Might thing where All Might has all the classes quirks and using them, that wasn't for him. That was for Deku to later have that. It didn't matter that he had all the classes quirks. He just needed quirks. And now it's set up back then like, oh, look, there is a suit that can replicate all the classes quirks. So Deku's going to get that because he was in the class, and that makes more sense instead of just All Might, who has never had a conversation with Sugar Rush, having his quirk. That's all that was for. Just to be like, it didn't come out of nowhere. Don't you remember the time before where it came out of nowhere? So it's set up.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much wrong with this ending.
And then Deku's treated like in Ghost. The kid's just like, you really exist. It's been 8 years. He's in Legend that nobody knows the face of. That kids don't even know if he was real. Come on, dude. He's walking down the street and there's nobody that's like, hey, it's in Deku.
He's taking the bus.
He's cooked.
Somebody's goat is taking the
What
bus.
happened to Class B? Where's Big Hand?
Monema's high in the charts, apparently. So we just have to accept that. Mirio's the #1 hero. Oh, great. How does he feel about that? What does he look like? Sun Eater? Who knows?
So I have a question, and this is the thing that has been in my head, and I want to hear what you guys think. There was a series that did this that we all know and are very familiar with, and we thought it was the end, and then it continued on with the 1,000-Year Blood War. How does this stack up against the believed ending of Bleach where Ichigo lost his powers?
There was a lot more closure with that.
Yeah.
You got the Ichigo Rukia goodbye. That was that's one of my favorite scenes in all of Bleach.
So is it enough to say that Bleach did something better here?
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
1,000-Year Blood War is better than the final arc of My Hero Academia.
I would agree with that.
There is no question.
Yeah, it's not even
Oh,
close.
it hurts. It's that's the thing, I know, but oh my god, the fact you can
Fire
say
Force-
that. The fact you can say that so straight laced with it.
No hesitation.
No.
Straight to it. Just like, no, it is.
Fire Force is the closest thing to as bad as it is.
But that's not fair.
There's only two. There's those two are S tier, and then everything else is below them. Those are the top two, and then we're just arguing who the third is.
How can
Yeah.
Deku be a legend when he publicly works at the most prestigious school in UA? Presumably the only quirkless teacher.
Yep.
Hey, how about shut up?
That's how about shut up?
How about shut up?
I always thought for the longest time, because also just like one of the things, and it's like they didn't really ever need to like answer it, but it was just like, you know, who's Deku's dad was like a question that people always had.
He said he was gonna show the dad.
Oh, did
That's
he?
the only reason it matters.
He did it in an interview.
He said in
Come
an
on.
interview, yes, I will reveal his dad.
Because
It's just there's no reason.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was like, my whole
No, we've
thought
had ours
was
out.
my whole thought was like, because like, you know, the manga starts with this is how I became the greatest hero of all time. And it's like, you know, obviously there's like one for all and all that different stuff. So I was always thinking, just because they establish early on that there are people that can take and give quirks, like all for one, that what I thought was he would lose one for all at some point, but then get the quirks he was always meant to get. Because his mom could do what, like small telekinesis, and then wasn't it said that his dad can manipulate fire?
Father.
So I was always
Breathe
thinking
fire,
like
yeah.
pyrokinesis. He's just gonna become a pyrokinesis user. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously that didn't happen. They're like, hey, what if we gave him 6 powers?
Huh?
Dude, we had a whole discussion of like with Deku talking about, you know, this is how I became the greatest hero. It would have been great if he was just on a call with his dad.
And that's where it was going to. Because throughout the whole manga, Deku becomes a hero, gets a quirk, goes to the most prestigious school, is training under the #1 hero 2 different times.
It's shown in the sports festival, which is their version of our Olympics.
Went missing for weeks at a time when he became Dark Deku, and nothing about the father. It just makes no sense. It's just a small failing of Horikoshi that's just like, well, you could have put him in, and you know, him not being here, nothing changes, but him being there, it's just like, okay, you're fleshing out this world because he has a father out there, and we now know he exists, and we now know the reason why he hasn't existed in the story for here, because he was injured in America, he was working on something, whatever, but you fleshed that out. But here it's, this guy is alive, he's in America, we don't talk about him at all, and it just makes no sense.
I didn't know he was in America.
I think they said it in the beginning.
Okay.
It was
His
either
dad-
America or some kind of work trip.
I think his mom said his father's off in America.
Okay.
But we talked about it again. It was just like, oh, this suit was funded by Class 1A in conjunction with your brilliant scientist father. It's just like, okay, that's something.
If we would have got that.
If we would have got that. But we got
nothing.
Nothing. And something bad is always better than having absolutely nothing. Because at the very least you tried. You didn't succeed in my eyes, could have been succeeding in somebody else's eyes, but with nothing, there's nothing to critique.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, again, and just ending, I think all of us had a different turning point. For me, it was literally when he started getting more powers. That was my turning point.
That's when it was for me too.
I will always remember that conversation of this could work if it's done correctly.
And it was,
and it was just a justification of, yeah, it's bad now, but he's not just gonna get like 6 quirks all at once, and then he just turns the corner like, I've been floating, motherfucker. Like,
oh, dude, that was it. That was absolutely it.
The start of my turning point was Overhaul, and I remember having these conversations with y'all.
Yep,
that was the start of mine.
Because we had Overhaul led into Gentle, right?
Yeah,
which is crazy.
But to me, it's kind of like part 4 leading into part 5,
like into part 6.
Yeah, into part 6. Like, okay, there's clearly cooking happening here, and then we're right back.
Because you even at the end of that, you even got the powers and all. I'm still Lemillion. Fantastic, like top 5 scene in My Hero. Just mad good.
Yeah, he loses power and he's still trying to take him down.
Starts punching like, you thought I was gonna stop?
Greatness. Get him, boy.
And then when he got back with his powers, he was just a bitch.
Worst scene. He's just here, healed off screen, and then does literally nothing until he just randomly shows up in the war arc where he does literally nothing.
Because it was Gentle, then My Villain Academia, right? After that, and then the Class 1A versus 1B, and again, I was enjoying all the Class 1A, 1B stuff, and it's just like, nice. Now we get to see, like, all Deku's training, and then he starts vomiting vines, black smoke, and it's just like, no.
We didn't need this. Hey, why didn't All Might have this? Well, the quirk hadn't evolved enough to properly... Shut up.
The Awakening.
And then it's just like... And it's like we had this cool inbuilt story... strength progression of we're at 5%. Now we're at 8%, motherfucker. Let's go!
8, that's hype. And then if you just push it to 11, you're like, oh my 11. And each time he goes up and he's able to take it, you just go, great. But he pushes it all the way to 100%, just going, I don't care if my arms break. I don't care if I explode. I got to stop Shigaraki now. They go to the hospital. He's holding out his arms like, oh yeah, your arms are fine now because your body's getting used to your quirk. So don't even worry about that.
Well, it was like...
you said last time you said that if he does it one more time with 100%, his arms will fall off. But now it's like, no, they're fine. He's like, oh, great.
Well, it's like because we had like 5%, then we had 8%, then we had, wait, I don't have to be using like it all throughout my body at one point. I can go 25% in little bursts, like the little finger flicks and what have you. And it's like, okay, you're getting around that with different, like, just like using your brain, like all the cool stuff that we liked Deku about, how he wasn't necessarily the dumb shonen protagonist. He was smart, analytical, analyzed things. And then it was just like he gets all the powers, and then off screen he's just like 45%. Let's fucking go. It's like
100% with Fajin. Let's go.
Yeah.
Great. This is satisfying.
Yep. Yeah, when he realized he did. Yeah, just like, you know what? Let's just use my legs. And then during that fight with Bakugo, where it's just like, I said I was using my legs. Hey, that doesn't mean I won't throw hands.
Just go.
There was literally, Unknown Gaming, like you say that, I think there was literally like a panel or a cover where using Black Whip, he is posed exactly like Spider-Man. Exactly like Spider-Man.
This series sucks, y'all.
A big stinky sucks.
It sucks that it sucks. That's the worst part. It couldn't not suck. It couldn't be
good.
okay.
And if this ending was just a bad ending, you're like, oh, this is a bad ending. But this has been years of bad, and that's what hurts it.
Yep.
Or if it was years of bad and we got a really good ending, it'd just be like, all right,
5-6 chapters of the epilogue in the future.
And, all right, it was a bad couple years, but it ended strong. Whatever, 6 out of 10. God. All right, Fact Man.
Yeah, nothing else.
Just real quick. I just saw something that like it just solidifying, which is just like makes me shed a tear. You know, you see things every once in a while where it's like, here's the old big 3 and here's the new big 3. But I saw one recently that was Jujutsu Kaisen, which I admittedly have not seen, but I've also heard that it goes sine waves in terms of what have you. Boruto and My Hero Academia. And I was like, no, this is not at all a fair comparison. This is embarrassing.
JJK right now is where Naruto was in the end of the second Great Ninja War. They have written a villain that is basically the Madara syndrome. He can't be beat. The writer has fucked up, and people are actually just dying.
Yeah.
So it's
how do we end this?
What do we do? You've shown that the strongest in the world got mollywopped, and you're trying to show that
and then he came back.
No, he didn't.
His body came back,
or his mind, or whatever.
No, not his mind. His body, and his body ain't him. That was shown clearly.
No, but that is his body with Yuta's brain put in it.
Yeah, but it's not Gojo.
No, but I'm saying he came back and he's using his powers. So even with the powers and the additional powers and the knowledge and all this other stuff, it's still not enough.
Oh, he is literally the new Madara.
Oh yeah. This ends. Dude, what is a post One Piece world? What is that gonna be like?
Ooh, that's gonna be.
I was talking about this because so many of the big Jump titles are ending, and Jump's gonna be in trouble there. But even when in the past, when Big Jump title ended, it was always One Piece there, always selling millions upon millions of volumes yearly. But someday, very soon, that's not gonna be the case anymore. And what happens? Because we were talking about this. What's the next series for Jump right now? Kagurabachi?
Let's just go to...
That's a good question.
Because within 2 years, everything that's not One Piece that is on the way to being ended will end. And within 5 years, One Piece will end. So what is the next series that's going to be those millions of volume seller? Because I also believe within 2 years, Spy Family ends.
That would have been my only other thing to say.
Yeah. There's no big, like, jump out the page title anymore. It's cooked.
That is
so
bonkers.
So I'm looking at just a Reddit thread of people asking this question. It's literally, what are going to be the next big mangas in Shonen Jump when My Hero is over? The responses I'm seeing a lot of repeating are Kaiju number 8, Undead Unlock, Kagurabachi, Akane Banashi, JJK, and Greens.
It's a golf manga.
Nah, not that. Nah, that's not all. That's gonna have its niche, but
the fuck is Kindergarten Wars?
Now hold on.
That doesn't even sound right. What?
I'm not even seeing that in the list of
which watch
mangas.
I've never seen how much it sold.
Ill Blue.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but I mean, it's selling.
My
Me
Hero
and Robocop
Academia,
selling.
bro, I
That's
dropped
getting an
that. The
anime.
last arc has been the
Which
worst
selling
arc in
more?
history.
Beautiful.
Oh, this is funny.
Go down. I want to see what it's compared to. Witch Watch
The
is doing
Elusive
better.
Samurai?
We have
Witch Watch. That's gonna be an anime. I've heard that's good.
I see a lot of
recommended it.
Akane Banashi. I don't know what
Witch
the
Watch
fuck
is
that
doing
I
this.
know,
Hopefully it's good.
And Blue
Witch
Box.
Watch is doing better.
I know that there's an anime coming out for Sakamoto
good
Days.
for Witch Watch. It's the meme. I'm happy for Witch Watch.
Oh, Green Greens is doing terrible. Oh,
Man,
dude.
That's good. I'm happy.
Dude. It's looking
I've
kind of
literally never searched out the Witch Watch sales, and they're selling, and I'm happy. Those jumps were probably around the Sket Dance time.
My Hero Academia has become a modern classic on the level of Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece.
You could
Sakamoto Days, but that's ending in 2 years.
Yeah.
Blue Box is probably going to end within 2 years. Dude,
Like
it's looking kind of
Chainsaw
cooked.
Man.
That's probably ending within 2 years.
Oh, that's definitely ending.
This might be the last JoJo's part.
I'm just trying to look at like new things that I'm seeing that I at least have seen a few. There's Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi. No idea. News Exorcist. I'm just looking for low chapter amounts. Kyokuto's Necromance.
You know what I'm
Astral
going to do?
Royale.
I'm going to look over some of these jump titles, and I'm just going to add them to the list and start reading
I was
them.
gonna say that as well. If this wasn't pseudo Joe, My Hero,
Dandadan is number one on Screen Rant's most you need to read this upcoming manga.
Which one?
No,
List.
the anime is coming out soon, but it's been going on for a while.
We should set up for next month what's going on in modern Shonen Jump.
I mean, we could do a edited version of it.
We can talk about it.
Okay,
Right.
hold on. Game Rant put out a top 10 best Shonen Jump manga that started in 2023. So new stuff. Interesting. I'm going to look at this list.
Okay.
Oh, there's a martial arts one. There's a World War II boxing manga going on.
Do they box in the war?
It's called Do Retry.
And they're in the trenches, like
Martial Master Asumi, Ice Head Gill, Tenmaku Cinema.
I've never heard of none of these.
It's the new manga by the guy who did Food Wars. That'll succeed.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
apparently it's the guy who wrote Food Wars, but his take on filmmaking since he has conquered culinary.
There we go. Okay.
Greens.
I think the
Mama
manga of
Yuya.
Tokyo Revengers has a manga out where it is the opposite end of the meme of Kagurabachi, where it's just like, oh no, this is just bad.
Oh no! Oh no!
We're not gassing this up. This just stinks.
Nue's Exorcist. Premise
I
is
saw that.
Teen Boy gets power and guidance from ancient female spirit. Okay. Kagurabachi again. Kill Blue. And those are the 10.
Crazy. It's over. Fact man, fact us up.
all right.
Get us out of here.
We out of here.
It's been almost 2 hours
30 facts about heroes.
One. Since he wanted to be the number one hero.
30,
Two,
since that's the
since-
lowest rank I can give
Two.
for how bad my hero is within this list of
1,
numbers.
2, 15, 30. 1, 2, 15, 30. My hero. Boop, 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 boop.
They never
15.
15. There you go, man.
Adam
We
West.
should start giving out channel points for people that get the one.
Adam West, Batman, and Frank Gorshin, who was the Riddler, were kicked out of an orgy for laughing loudly and acting as Batman and Riddler.
Why do you keep picking old people's things?
I don't keep picking up.
No, yes, you do.
You keep selecting
Yes, you do.
old moms.
Oh,
They weren't presumably old at that time.
oh man.
They were of age.
Yeah, I would assume so, but
If they were in orgy age, so
you think
they didn't specify old people orgies. There are classifications
Oh.
for orgies.
that's fair.
Rest in peace, Adam West.
I can't even have fun with this one. I can't even because I want to act like either Batman or Riddler and start doing but it's like Mom's dead.
I'm just like, yo, not the time with the players. This is the time to laugh. But people are like, hey, that's Adam West, and they're just banging. They're not like, they're more annoyed if they got kicked out. It's like, hey, we can do the Batman stuff later. I'm trying to
doing the bat dance as he's,
Yeah.
Riddle me the what is 3 inches long and shy of women. That's a good one, meme.
I will not be taking part in this.
Oh man. All right. With that, we will call this podcast a close. Terms of streams, obviously Tuesday trials. It is the, I believe, 150th Tuesday trials.
Nice.
Which I believe we are having a combo contest as well at the beginning. Not necessarily on my channel, but that is happening. Thursday, I think I'm going to be doing the blitz through of World of Light for Smash Bros.
Did you finish Dave the Diver?
Yes, I did.
You did?
All right, good. Because it was getting real close to the meme times of this time for real, though.
I basically just grinded, like, unlocking everything else, and then, boy, the game is really telling you, this is the end, because I beat the game in, like, an hour. I was like, shit. But yeah, I think I'm going to go through the replaying World of Light 5 years later, just to unlock some stuff. That way I can mod my Switch and not risk my actual account. Then,
what do you want to mod your Switch for?
Mostly training mod pack, but I know there's a couple of things that might get flagged online, but I'll just talk about that afterwards. And then
talk about it another time, because I'm done for the day.
Yes. And then after that, honestly, because it'll be getting into September, it's either going to be starting Metal Gear Solid 3, which was requested, or the new Zelda is coming out right around that time, so we'll see. I just need to get that Kaiju game set up. I do have it. I keep forgetting about that. The game's entirely in Japanese, so I got to figure out how to play the game first before I actually even try to play the game.
Yeah, there was a game DA and I wanted to play where it's a fighting game, but all the fighting game characters are like construction vehicles,
forklifts and the like,
and tractors and all that, but it's all in Japanese and it's really hard.
But and then of course, podcast of stuff next week. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Later.
Bye-bye.